Hi, I'm Ree. Welcome to our 7-day lecture series. Episode 7, entitled Constantine and the Gospels. We have now reached the end of the BCE era at the time of the figure of Christ. The earliest known records of Christ are in letters written by Paul, a Roman Pharisee who converts to Judaism and writes his letters starting in 50 AD. Paul sees Jesus in visions, after which he declares he is an apostle. Peter, an apostle who lived during Christ, begins to debate with Paul over who can become a Christian. Peter believes one has to be Jewish to be saved. Paul is the first to preach that a Gentile, non-Jew, can be saved. After the conference of Jerusalem in 49 AD, Peter is said to have had a dream that agreed with Paul's views. Paul claims the victory and salvation is offered to the Gentiles. The only biographical information for Christ is found in the Gospels, of which there are many. However, 4 Gospels are chosen for the Greek canon. These are Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, written in that order. The earliest, Mark, is written in 69 AD and coincides with the Roman-Jewish War. During the Greeks' rule, the Greeks wanted scripture in their language and had the priests learn Greek and convert the text into Greek. The version of this document is called the Septuagint. By Roman rule, most inhabitants speak a form of Common Greek. As Christianity spreads, a mixture of philosophy and religion emerge. Philosophical questions are posed by the Greeks and Romans, who seek to know where does evil come from? Why did God create the serpent? Did sin come into the world through Adam? Was Jesus created from God, or is Jesus the same as God? Eventually, Constantine the Great rises through the ranks to become a Roman Caesar. He is battling to be Caesar amongst 4 contenders, and in 312 AD he fights in the famous Milvian battle to become the sole Caesar. Before the battle even begins, Constantine declares he has a vision where Christ instructs him to paint the first 2 letters of Christos, K and R, on the shields of his army. After winning the battle, Constantine becomes a Christian. Upon returning to the region to be educated in his new religion, Constantine finds there are too many questions regarding who Christ is. He assembles the Council of Nicaea and demands the bishop decide. The bishops must decide if Christ is created like all God's creations, or if Christ is equal to God. The bishops fight, and eventually Constantine exiles those who are not in the majority. A creed is created that declares all Christians will worship Christ as God. Since all scripture was said to be revealed in 140 AD, the Roman churches set out to create the final canon of the Bible. During the Council of Trent, books are selected for a Latin Bible. Many books are omitted. In one council, the 4 Gospels are chosen because one bishop states that there are 4 corners of the earth, and therefore there should be 4 Gospels. Eventually, kings from different regions hold their own councils to create their own Bible. Constantine's creed establishes who Christ will be, but it does not determine the final canon for the Bible. To this day, the churches have not agreed on one sole Bible.
Thank you for joining us during this 7-part series. If you'd like more information, join us at Facebook at Jesus' Crucifixion.